Ever had that unshakable feeling, that gut instinct that screamed, "Don't do it," even when everything seemed fine on the surface? What if that feeling wasn't just a random fluke, but a glimpse into a deeper connection between your consciousness and the quantum world? Today, we're diving into the fascinating intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness to explore how your intuition might be tapping into a universal field of information, offering warnings and guidance you can't afford to ignore. The concept of intuition has been around for centuries, deeply embedded in various spiritual traditions. Eastern philosophies, like Buddhism and Hinduism, emphasize the importance of cultivating inner wisdom through practices like meditation and mindfulness. They believe that by quieting the mind, we can access a deeper level of awareness, a source of knowledge that transcends our rational intellect. In these traditions, intuition is seen as a direct line to universal consciousness, a connection to the interconnectedness of all things. Similarly, indigenous cultures around the world have long revered intuition as a vital tool for survival and decision-making. Shamans and medicine people often rely on intuitive insights to diagnose illnesses, predict weather patterns, and navigate complex social situations. Their understanding of the world is based not just on empirical observation, but also on a deep sense of connection to the natural world and its subtle energies. The Western philosophical tradition also acknowledges the importance of intuition, though often with a more skeptical lens. Philosophers like Plato and Henri Bergson recognized intuition as a distinct form of knowledge, separate from reason and logic. Plato, in his theory of forms, suggested that our souls possess innate knowledge of universal truths, which we can access through intuition. Bergson, in his philosophy of duration, argued that intuition allows us to grasp the flow of time and experience reality in a more holistic way than our analytical intellect. However, the rise of scientific rationalism and the Enlightenment led to a decline in the acceptance of intuition as a valid source of knowledge. The emphasis on empirical evidence and logical reasoning pushed intuition to the fringes of intellectual discourse, often dismissing it as mere superstition or wishful thinking. Key figures throughout history have attributed their success and insights to intuition. Albert Einstein, despite being a staunch advocate for scientific rigor, famously said, "The only real valuable thing is intuition." He believed that his groundbreaking theories often arose from intuitive leaps, which he then validated through rigorous mathematical analysis. Similarly, many artists, writers, and musicians credit intuition as a driving force behind their creative process. They describe moments of inspiration where ideas seem to flow effortlessly, guided by an inner knowing that transcends conscious thought. Think of Mozart, who claimed to hear entire symphonies in his mind before writing them down, or the poet William Blake, who described his creative process as being dictated by visions that he simply transcribed. These examples suggest that intuition is not just a passive feeling, but an active force that can shape our thoughts, actions, and creations. Now, let's bridge this historical and philosophical overview with the mind-bending world of quantum physics. Quantum physics, at its core, challenges our classical understanding of reality. It reveals that at the subatomic level, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, a phenomenon known as superposition. They can also be entangled with each other, meaning that their fates are intertwined regardless of the distance separating them. When one entangled particle changes its state, the other particle instantly changes its state as well, seemingly violating the speed of light. This interconnectedness and non-locality of quantum phenomena suggests that there might be a deeper level of reality where information flows freely and instantaneously, unconstrained by the limits of space and time. The observer effect in quantum mechanics is another key concept that has sparked discussions about the role of consciousness in shaping reality. It suggests that the act of observing a quantum system can influence its behavior. For example, when we try to measure the position or momentum of an electron, we inevitably disturb it, changing its state. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, like the Copenhagen interpretation, suggest that the wave function of a particle collapses into a definite state only when it is observed by a conscious observer. This has led some physicists and philosophers to speculate that consciousness might play a fundamental role in the fabric of reality, influencing the behavior of quantum systems and shaping the world around us. So, how does all of this relate to intuition? The theory of quantum consciousness proposes that our brains might be capable of tapping into this quantum realm, accessing information and insights that are not available to our conscious minds. One prominent theory, called OR Orchestrated Objective Reduction, proposes that consciousness arises from quantum processes occurring within microtubules, tiny structures inside our brain cells. According to this theory, microtubules can exist in a state of quantum superposition, allowing them to process vast amounts of information simultaneously. When these superpositions collapse, they give rise to conscious experience. This theory suggests that our brains might be acting as quantum antennas, receiving and processing information from a universal quantum field. Another perspective comes from the field of quantum entanglement. If particles can be entangled across vast distances, could our brains also be entangled with other systems, including other people's brains or even the universe as a whole? Some researchers have proposed that intuition might be a form of non-local information transfer, where our brains receive information from entangled systems without any physical connection. This could explain why we sometimes have hunches about events happening far away or feel a strong connection to certain people, even if we have never met them before. Let's consider some examples of how intuition might manifest in our lives. Imagine a surgeon who is about to perform a complex operation. They have studied the patient's medical history, reviewed the scans, and planned their approach meticulously. However, as they begin the surgery, they suddenly have a strong feeling that something is not right, that they need to change their plan. They can't explain it logically, but they trust their gut instinct and alter their approach. It turns out that their intuition was correct. There was a previously undetected anomaly that could have caused serious complications. Or consider a firefighter who is battling a blaze in a burning building. They have years of experience and have faced countless dangerous situations. But as they enter a particular room, they suddenly feel an overwhelming sense of dread, a feeling that they need to get out immediately. They don't know why, but they trust their instinct and evacuate the room. Moments later, the roof collapses, burying the room in debris. In both of these examples, intuition acted as a warning system, alerting the individuals to danger that their conscious minds had not detected. Personal transformation stories often highlight the importance of listening to one's intuition. Many people describe moments in their lives where they were faced with difficult decisions, and they felt torn between what their mind was telling them and what their heart was telling them. When they chose to follow their intuition, even when it seemed illogical or risky, they often found themselves on a path that led to greater fulfillment and happiness. Conversely, when they ignored their intuition and followed the advice of others or the dictates of society, they often experienced regret and dissatisfaction. Now, let's examine some of the evidence-based theories that support the connection between intuition and quantum consciousness. While the field is still in its early stages, there is growing scientific interest in exploring the potential links between these two seemingly disparate domains. One area of research focuses on the role of the vagus nerve, a major nerve that connects the brain to the gut. Studies have shown that the vagus nerve plays a crucial role in regulating our emotional responses, and it is also involved in transmitting information from the gut to the brain. This has led some researchers to propose that our gut feelings might be based on real physiological signals that are processed by the vagus nerve and interpreted by the brain as intuitive insights. Another line of research explores the phenomenon of presentiment, the ability to sense future events before they happen. Several studies have shown that people can exhibit physiological responses, such as changes in heart rate or skin conductance, in anticipation of future events, even when they are not consciously aware of what is about to happen. While these findings are controversial and require further investigation, they suggest that our bodies might be capable of detecting subtle cues from the future. The plausibility of these theories varies, and it's important to approach them with a critical and open mind. The OR theory, for example, has been criticized for its lack of empirical support and for its reliance on speculative assumptions about the role of quantum mechanics in the brain. Similarly, the evidence for presentiment is mixed, with some studies showing positive results and others failing to replicate them. However, the fact that these theories are being explored by scientists from various disciplines suggests that there is a growing recognition of the potential importance of intuition and its connection to the quantum world. Recent scientific discoveries are also shedding light on the nature of consciousness and its relationship to the brain. For example, studies on brain plasticity have shown that our brains are constantly rewiring themselves based on our experiences, suggesting that consciousness is not a fixed entity but a dynamic process that is shaped by our interactions with the world. Research on altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation or psychedelics, has revealed that these states can be associated with changes in brain activity and subjective experience, suggesting that consciousness is not limited to our ordinary waking state. It's also important to acknowledge the limitations of our current knowledge. We still don't fully understand the nature of consciousness, and we are far from having a complete understanding of how quantum mechanics operates in the brain. Many of the theories discussed here are speculative and require further research to be validated. However, the fact that these questions are being asked and investigated is a sign of progress, and it suggests that we are moving closer to a more comprehensive understanding of the relationship between consciousness, intuition, and the quantum world. The contemporary impact of these ideas is significant and far-reaching. In the field of personal development, there is a growing emphasis on the importance of cultivating intuition as a tool for self-discovery and decision-making. Many coaches and therapists encourage their clients to listen to their inner voice and to trust their gut instincts, even when they seem irrational. This approach can help people to make more authentic choices, to align their lives with their values, and to experience greater fulfillment. In the business world, intuition is increasingly recognized as a valuable asset for leaders and entrepreneurs. Many successful business people credit their intuition as a key factor in their success. They describe moments where they had to make critical decisions under pressure, and they relied on their gut instincts to guide them. This suggests that intuition is not just a personal trait but a skill that can be developed and honed through practice. Technological insights are also emerging from this intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness. Some researchers are exploring the possibility of creating quantum computers that can mimic the intuitive abilities of the human brain. These computers would be able to process vast amounts of information simultaneously and to make decisions based on incomplete or uncertain data, just like our intuition does. This could lead to breakthroughs in various fields, such as artificial intelligence, medicine, and finance. Emerging trends in this field include the development of new tools and techniques for enhancing intuition. These include mindfulness practices, guided visualizations, and biofeedback devices. These tools are designed to help people to quiet their minds, to connect with their inner wisdom, and to develop their intuitive abilities. As our understanding of consciousness and the quantum world deepens, we can expect to see even more innovative approaches to cultivating intuition in the future. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means that your intuition is not just a random feeling but a powerful tool that can help you to navigate the complexities of life. It means that you have access to a source of wisdom that transcends your rational intellect. And it means that you are connected to a deeper level of reality than you might have imagined. Take some time to reflect on your own experiences with intuition. Have there been moments in your life where you followed your gut instinct and it led you to a positive outcome? Have there been times when you ignored your intuition and regretted it? What can you learn from these experiences? How can you cultivate your intuition in the future? Consider incorporating mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Spend time in nature, quieting your mind and listening to the subtle cues of your environment. Pay attention to your dreams, as they can often provide insights into your subconscious mind. And most importantly, trust yourself. Trust your inner voice. Trust your gut instinct. It might just save you one day. If you found this exploration of spirituality and quantum consciousness as fascinating as we did, please give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us create more content that dives deep into the mysteries of the universe and the power of the human mind. Share this video with anyone you think would be intrigued by the connection between intuition and quantum science. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content on consciousness, spirituality, and the cutting edge of scientific discovery. What are your thoughts on intuition? Have you had experiences where your gut feeling proved to be correct? Share your stories and insights in the comments below. We love hearing from you and learning from your experiences. Let's continue this conversation and explore the depths of consciousness together.